Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Dr. Alexandra Mayer, and if you're new to my channel, this is the place for you if you are looking for tips, tricks, and ideas on all things women's health and aesthetics. In today's episode, we're talking about progesterone. So in women's hormones, when we think about kind of the female cycle, we think about two main hormones, although women also do have testosterone. You can see our previous videos on that. But we think about estrogen and progesterone. Progesterone is the hormone that is most prevalent in the second half of the cycle and is actually a product of ovulation. So what do I mean by that? Well, the way we create progesterone is that when we release an egg, what's left behind is called the corpus luteum, and your corpus luteum creates progesterone. That's why progesterone has to be run in a specific day in the cycle. So if you have a 28-day cycle, you would want to run progesterone on day 21. That's because we have to know if you've ovulated to be able to know if your progesterone is normal, because that's what leaves behind the corpus luteum and what creates progesterone. So symptoms of low progesterone or a luteal phase defect would be changes in your cycle. So you can have lengthened cycles when you're not ovulating and your periods are longer, but you can also have things like heavy bleeding, more clotting. Sometimes clotting can be also related to estrogen and estrogen metabolism, so stay tuned for our videos next week. But things like heavy bleeding, changes in your period, you can have increases in PMS and mood swings, bloating around your period as well, are all kind of symptoms that progesterone might be indicated in your care. So the cool thing about progesterone is that in order to get progesterone to be normal, you actually need to increase ovulation, right? It makes sense, but it's something that I've seen missed a lot. So oftentimes women come in and they have low progesterone. They're just put on progesterone to help their symptoms, right? Maybe they have more anxiety around their period, maybe more depression. Progesterone's a very happy, anti-anxiety kind of hormone. So maybe they have symptoms, their periods are really heavy, things like that, and they get put on progesterone, but nobody treats the cause. So when we get back to the cause, what are things that can help us boost our own progesterone production and ovulate normally? So one of the things that has been shown to help with ovulation is myo-inositol. Myo-inositol is super well researched in helping to promote healthy ovulation. It's actually really well researched in the PCOS community because it helps with insulin resistance as well. So myo-inositol is a really great choice. Other things that help with progesterone production would be B6 or pyridoxal 5-phosphate. Pyridoxal 5-phosphate actually is a really interesting nutrient because it helps both with estrogen detox and progesterone production. So it kind of hits your hormone cycle from both ends, which is awesome. And it can be a really great nutrient if patients are experiencing symptoms of hormonal imbalance. The next nutrient that has been shown to help with progesterone production is vitamin C. Seems like such a basic nutrient, but vitamin C in studies has been shown to raise women's progesterone production naturally. So that's a really great treatment choice. And the nice thing with vitamin C, right, is you can just focus on vitamin C rich foods. So green leafy vegetables are high in vitamin C. Obviously citrus is what most people go to, but berries are high in vitamin C, right? So trying to promote that through diet, vitamin C is an easy one to get in, and it really does help with progesterone production. Another treatment option that I use a lot in my women is Vitex. So Vitex is an herb. It is a progestogenic herb, so it helps with your own progesterone production. Now, there are some contraindications with Vitex, and with anything we talk about on the channel, you always want to get this checked by your own doctor. So you want to get your progesterone checked if you have a 28-day cycle on day 21, and see, first of all, is your progesterone actually low? But Vitex could be something that you ask your doctor about. So what questions do you have about your hormone production? You can stay tuned next week. We are going to be talking about estrogen and specifically the way we detox estrogen through the cycle. So we will talk about that next week. And as always, if you like the content that we're putting out, go ahead and hit the like button for us and share this with a friend. Have a great day.